Yeah, was the best um, cop model they had in one of the Cyberpunk um, packs I had already purchased. Actually, it's a Shadowrun pack, but Shadowrun Cyberpunk. As long as it doesn't have Elfears visible, you can actually. I mean, you can look like a Chitara if you want. All is possible. Only I could get everybody's nameplates to show. Let me see. Aha, that did
There are
it.
2 places you have to turn it. Yeah, okay, you found it. Yeah, there you go.
This will make this a lot better. A lot. Oh, speak of the devil.
Yes. The cat's like, it's me, I'm here. Yes.
You're hitting my mic boom and everything. Stop. Now she's rubbing her face against the monitor. Yes, I acknowledge you. And I'm going to flip you down. As God intended. All right, that's better. All right, so when we last left y'all, make sure this one does the same thing. Full beans. All right, let me bring y'all to the club. All right, so when we last left, we were at the club. We were talking with Mac, discussing with him after successfully robbing the bank. And he informed y'all that there was a pretty big job with a very well-known fixer called Hornet, and that they had a job to basically do a train heist. There's a train under control of some gang members, some ne'er-do-wells that had those chemical weapons they were trying to smuggle on a train. And he was basically wanting y'all to go and ensure that never happened. All the information y'all have is at the time was Hornet was willing to let you use his train to do all this. He had a car that could possibly catch up. And that was pretty much it, which kind of was not really what y'all wanted to do. Y'all had a different plan, which was to see about the nomads in the area, if they could help, which I believe that's what y'all wanted to do. And Sparky pretty much informed you. What was that?
The avocados.
Yes. Those are the main. Thanks, Cat. Right in my open mouth as I'm talking.
I do pretty
Yeah, pretty much.
And stay away from the reavers or the wraith.
The wraiths, yes. So the wraiths are pretty much the epitome of Mad Max. They're just out for themselves, and that means shooting, looting, and stealing any augmentation off you and killing you in the process. Avocados are nicer. And they are out. They're not in the combat zones. They're kind of out in what is considered the Badlands, which is arid. There's farmland. That's where a lot of the solar farms and wind farms are at. And they're kind of out there being big rig haulers and maintenance people for the city, essentially. They're given contracts to do the work that no one else wants to do. So Sparky knows where they're at, being a nomad. He can kind of get you in. From there, it's up to them if they want to help you or not. So is that the plan you wish to do?
We'll review the plan that led us there to that conclusion. That was that it's not enough to run up behind with another train, because then we still have the engine up front that'll be fighting us, not to mention the people on the engine that are going to be coming back, outside the train trying to stop us. So in order for us to steal this train, we got to take out either the people or the engine or both. And that's where these nomads come in. We can bring a second train to hitch up and pull it away to a place where we can actually, take the stuff off and run. But we've got to do something about that engine.
How would one temporarily disable the tracks so that they could not chase us quickly?
So that would mean hacking the city auto rail programs, basically subroutines. These are all tracks and everything in the city are run by the city essentially. So you would basically have to hack their.
I was thinking more of a monkey wrench or a good placement of a hammer.
Now people have tried these. You got to think these aren't necessarily trains as we think them. These are grav trains that they hover. It's almost like two opposing magnets. I mean, these are very fast.
Destabilize.
Besides,
so I mean, it's one of those. It's easier for you to board the train and assault it than it is to somehow throw a wrench in the train tracks. I mean, without entirely blowing up the train
Gotcha.
and derailing it, which then risks chemical weapons going off. Yeah, malfunction, and we can't even collect the money now. So there is that risky run.
Yeah, we'll not do that.
probably your best interest. God, there I am slurring. It is one of those. It's risky. It is definitely risky to everyone involved. However, Hornet is definitely willing to pay a lot more than you would normally make for a dangerous job. Let's say, Xander, you know that for a fact as a solo. This is definitely big ticket work, and you know that this guy is one of the guys. He's known on the streets. People know who he is, not just by name. They know, oh, that's Hornet. They know who he is. So he's definitely a guy to get in good with and have on your side as opposed to being on the bad side of his. Now, at the same time, this job can elevate you on the streets as well, because that's a lot of the motivation behind what solos and rocker boys and everyone does, is to be known on the streets. You're somebody. You're just not one of the teamless masses. You're not just a solo. You are Xander. You're not just a rocker boy. You're 3D, so on and so forth. That's what makes legends.
That's all you need to know.
Like, these are the guys that took out that train. Buy them a drink.
So what say the group here? Do we talk to the desert nomads, or do we just pick up Hornet's train and go with it as we are?
Depends on how you want to split the money.
I don't think we ought to be greedy. I think we ought to want to live.
I'm for us getting what we can in one vehicle and letting them taking the nomads, getting their help, and they can have whatever they can haul off.
That's the general idea, is that this payoff for getting these shipments back is ours, but the payoff for the avocados is the other stuff in the train.
So to answer the question, yes, we want the avocados. So
Okay, let's go find these guys.
Okay, so for the purposes of getting in there without being truly harassed, y'all would probably go in. Cat, please, for the love of God, just pulling my cables now.
So if you got to go,
Yeah, I don't want to.
you were not hacked. It was actually, well, maybe you were.
Yeah. All right.
It was
So
Irk instead of hack. Irk.
yeah.
That's right.
So Sparky he is in a, he definitely looks the part because he was the part at one point in time. And he's definitely got a car that looks very nomad touch because he customized it much like they like to do with all their stuff. Now, getting there is not terribly dangerous, but for those that have never actually been outside of the city, it's definitely a trip. So you're going from, skyscrapers, you know, big, mega blocks and stuff like that, corporate warehousing, to combat zones, which is where gangs are fighting over territory within the city, to wasteland. There is nothing. There are people living out there. You have little settlements, you have hotels and stuff on the way out. But this is, definitely different for those that have been in, that have never really left the city proper. Now, as you're driving, you notice, the wind farms, the solar farms. It's almost like as you crest the hill, there it is. It's just this huge gathering of vehicles, these huge lorry trucks and big heavy machinery, and that is the nomad camp. Let me need to come down here. There's a big map. So y'all are at the tippity top of this. Y'all aren't there. God dang it.
Whoa, my gosh.
Yeah, Xander's huge. So we'll just use Xander as a reference.
Okay.
But y'all come in at this point.
I'm
So
10 feet tall. King Kong ain't got nothing.
yeah, I'll take the train myself. I don't need this shit. No. So this is a typical encampment. You just have a bunch of vehicles and trailers scattered around. It's dirty living, but they don't mind. As soon as y'all pull up, y'all are kind of looked at as like, hello, can I help you? Because they really see everyone else. They don't see Sparky at first. They see everyone else. And that is what draws their attention, because you are, to them, you're outsiders. You're people that wouldn't really know what it's like to be them. But
That's only because that's true.
and to them, it's like, it's a tribe. It's a family.
Sparky gets out of the car and says, "Hey, they're with me."
So when they see you, they actually kind of look over and they see the car and they go, okay, they're cool. They're cool. They're still questionable of you, Sparky, because you're definitely not an avocado, and they're kind of wondering which, family you're from, which there's plenty of families and tribes that have, I can't please no, that have fallen apart and gone under,
Right.
which is not unheard of. It's not anything. I can't. Nope, you cannot touch that button. Yeah.
Sparky was born in the Star Scrapers, and
Mhm.
family had a falling out, and he went to the Badlands. It finally went up into with the nomads, helped them out and joined the nomads. So he's kind of a small family, just a celery to it.
Gotcha. Okay, that's totally fine. Because it's one of those, they have their way of asking who people are, and they know the answers. It's not, you can't really lie to a nomad.
Yeah.
Um,
The woman I call Mother is named, so and so.
and there's someone that goes, it's just Sparky, everyone, don't worry. So y'all are kind of let into the camp. No one's really holding iron to you, and you're actually greeted by this guy. He comes walking up to you wearing this harness. He's
Mhm.
drinking, coffee out of a cup, and goes,
Like cabbage.
and he smells like piss and vinegar, that's for sure. And I mean, you can tell that harness is old, and the servos are struggling. Eek, eek, eek. It's not like typical augmentation you're used to seeing, which is very, very high tech. This is very old school. And he comes up and he goes and just kind of looks up at all y'all and goes to Sparky, I know of you. Who are the rest of you?
We got a little job that might involve a very good pal for you. We got a train. There's some stuff on it we need.
And he nods his head and goes, okay. That's the why, but I still didn't get the who are y'all.
These are people that I've worked with on another job, and they seem steady and so far trustworthy.
And he goes, all right. You vouch for him?
I do.
That's all right.
All except the guy in the suit. He's kind of twitchy.
Sorry, board meeting ran late.
So he kind of accepts your answer, and he goes, okay, well, good enough. If you vouch for him, I believe you. But he looks to all y'all. It's like, just so you know, we do have rules here. You don't steal from us. You don't start any fights. All right. Be nice. Be kind to one another. You're welcome in this camp. I got people that trade stuff. If you want it, we take everything. Like, and he looks back to Sparky. He's kind of like, we can go talk about this job over here. He's pretty much telling everyone else they can wander or stay together, but he's kind of taking Sparky as the lead of this.
3D didn't have a problem with that. He looks over. There's a campfire or something around here where people gathered around.
Mm-hmm.
Beeline straight for it.
There's for those that wandered the camp, you notice that there's actually just small gatherings of people. They're around campfires and stuff, and some are drinking beer, some are playing, acoustic guitars that are, two separate guitars that they've just hard welded together and stuff. So there's a lot to explore in this camp. Now, those that stay with Sparky to hear from Ruben, Ruben kind of, he walks over, he kind of stops and see him pull out oil can, starts oiling the joints and the legs. He's like, all right, so you have a job. What is it?
I take out some papers and show we need these crates off of this train. Anything else you find is yours, and we'll carry what we can carry. We've got the schedule. What other information do we have on it besides the schedule?
You have the schedule. You have an approximate number of how many gang members would be on this train. And you have an incomplete manifest. For a fact that the chemical weapons they scrubbed from the list because they would never be able to get this train through the border wall. But
Right.
You can definitely see there's a lot of components, weapons, stuff very valuable to nomads for sure.
And we have our own engine.
Yes.
Key part.
He's like, He's looking through papers, and he's really looking. You can tell he's just really sitting there and absorbing everything you show him. And he goes, okay. So, essentially,
Entire rail car, Jiffy Pop. We're in, dude.
he's like, you want us to, I will see if I get this right here, risk our equipment, our people, to assault this train for you, and whatever we find, we keep. Is that the gist? You get what you want. We pick the remains, and whatever's viable for us, we haul off. Is that kind of the cliff notes of this plan?
Sounds like it.
Okay. And he's just shifting things over. Well, he looks at the camp, he looks at everyone there, and he goes, "Look, this is quite the job. Just kind of ask us out of the blue. Be quite frank with you on that one. We do have the means to help you. We don't really know you. It's kind of a risk we take to help because what if he's pointing at the manifest? Like, what if this is wrong? If they're smuggling something out, you know, what says this is actually what's on there? What if it's just drugs, shit we don't need? Can you guarantee me that at least not all, but at least half of this on this manifest could be on that train? So you actually all have that saved in your agents, your phones. So you'd be able to contact them real quick.
Contact Max and say, hey, we need somebody to vouch for these this information.
So when you call him, he answers the phone. You hear the the club music playing in the background. Hello, friends, is that you? Friends, tell me, what are you planning to do about this train for the Hornet?
We got some nomads, and they're interested, but they need proof that the documents we have are accurate. Do you have anybody that will vouch for them?
And you kind of hear a pause at the end of the, you just hear that music and go, I vouch for the documents. They were given to me by Hornet himself. I trust Hornet, but if you want a third set of eyes to look at this, let me call Gemma real quick. Hold on. The line kind of goes dead for a second, and then it comes back. Friends, listen.
The whole music.
Gemma has looked over the documents. He has also checked the manifests and everything. Everything looks to be in order. What you see on paper is most likely what is on train.
I look at the nomad and say, is that good for you?
So he's just sitting there. He's got his coffee mug in his hand. He actually sets it down. He goes, listen, if what you say is true, and like I said, if half of what you say is on that train, we'll help you. If I feel that we got screwed in the deal, I know where to find you. And we'll sell the debt later. But for now, we need to lube up some bikes real quick and load some weapons because I think I have a good idea of how to take on this train and let y'all in. Like if you'd like to hear my plan, I'll tell you right now.
Yes.
He goes, my idea is you ride in your engine. It'll definitely match the speed. All you have to do is jump from one to the other. You can autopilot that thing to stay with, and it's not that hard to control them. They're pretty standard. If this man's providing the engine, I'm sure he's sending a pilot as well, so they can stop the train with you, match speeds, so that your entire group can board. The best thing to do is to board the engine because that controls everything else. So if you can take the engine, you take the train. You can stop it and we can take it out one car at a time. Or if you let us, we can have a bit of fun and we'll start detaching cars ourselves while y'all take on the engine. Separate some of the numbers, if you catch my meaning. Separate them, isolate them. Only takes a few of our guys to wipe them out and haul stuff off. And probably by the time you take the train, all that's going to be left is the engine. So how does that sound to y'all?
How does that sound?
As long as we get the grades we need.
Yeah.
He said, when all is said and done, we can all meet back here and we'll go through everything. And if the crates aren't in the engine, we'll make sure you get them because we don't want that shit around. We'll let you haul them off and give them to whoever. And he's like, if you find any goodies in the main compartment as you're fighting, you can keep that. We'll keep the rest. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. It's like, now y'all can rest here. It's probably going to take me the rest of the day to get these bikes going and getting enough guys together and sober to go on this little escapade. And so night comes. For those that have never been in the Badlands, oh God, it's cold out here. But it explains all the campfires, and they actually provide you little trailers to sleep in that have beds and stuff. It was like almost like a cargo container that y'all can sleep in and rest up. And morning, soon comes, and you kind of hear knocking on the door. It's Reuben there kicking it with his foot. He's like, rise and shine. We got a long day ahead of us. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and move that up here. So, what essentially transpires is you meet up at a station, and as Hornet had promised, he has a engine for you. And there is a driver. There's, 2 pilots for it. And y'all are able to easily exchange information, for comms and everything. It's not going to be anything crazy where you could be left out in the dust. Everything's been given to you that should be. So the avocados pretty much tell you that they're going to ride out. They have the route from the paperwork. They're going to ride out, and they're going to go ensure, and they have comms with you too, and they're going to ensure that they that the train is there, and they're going to immediately, when they see y'all come up, they're going to start attacking the cars. And basically, they just tell you to immediately go and hit the front car, hit the engine, take it over. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the rest. So that's the plan right now. So basically, all you have to do is just tell the drivers of the train, punch it. So are y'all good with this plan? All right. So they, guys in the pilots are like, all right. They start going, and you feel the train move, and it doesn't take long for it to really accelerate. I mean, really accelerate. And at first, for those that have never been in something like this, it takes, you kind of have to brace onto the side. And then eventually your body kind of catches up with the momentum, and you're able to stand comfortably. You don't really feel anything sway. It doesn't feel out of abnormal staying in this thing. And there's actually a view screen with the pilots and everything, and you can see everything they see, and you actually see this train in the distance. It's about 10 cars long. And all of a sudden, just, like out of nowhere, you see just this horde of bikes, jumping dunes and, dotting the horizon. All of a sudden, you just start seeing smoke trails. They're shooting rockets at these train cars. They weren't kidding when they're saying they're going to try and detach them. They're not going to board themselves. They're going to blow them apart, and either they fly off violently and crash and kill what's ever inside just from, the momentum, the inertia, and the crash, and they just mop up what's left. So they're really taking the very easy approach to doing this, but it's effective. It's drawing attention away from your little engine coming up next.
Are they like yelling, "Witness me" as they do this?
You kind of hear one person go, Valhalla. I mean, it wouldn't be weird to see one with a stick and jab it in somewhere and it explode and blow them off the bike. But they're definitely going at this train and the car specifically. And it doesn't take long to notice that y'all are actually starting to catch up to the engine and kind of get even with it. And at this point, one of the pilots says, okay, this is probably the best moment we're going to get because we got straight away for a while and then we're going to have it bank right. So if y'all are going to go to that engine, you need to go now. And one of the pilots kind of unstraps and he opens the door and there's a walkway, a maintenance walkway. And y'all look over and you see the train in front of you. They basically, the guy tells you, it's like, if you jump for here, you safely land, and you can you won't be able to get into the side, but there is a access. There's a pad and an access door on the rear of the car. And you kind of see the little walkway kind of goes under. There's a door. And he said there's a door. There's normally a door in the back which would connect to a car, and then there's a door on the side for these maintenance rails to get in the back or the front. And he said you're probably not going to be able to get in the front, but you can probably definitely get in the back easy enough. So of course, as you kind of get, as he's telling this, he's not really saying it in the voice I'm saying. He's kind of screaming it into your ears while next to your ear because the wind.
Right.
Y'all are going fast. Picture, the airborne units in D-Day, right in the ear because it's so loud. So to do this, I'm going to need athletics rolls from. All right. So Sparky kind of, yeah, everyone go ahead and just do theirs. I'll go in order. Sparky, dang, Sparky. Okay. And
Sorry, I double clicked.
very good. All right, Xander. Nice. All right, so we got everybody. Okay, so Sparky, you kind of, go back into the train a bit, get a good running start, and you go and you leap and you hit the grate and kind of roll with the momentum and you make it, you dust yourself off. I'm good. Jane, you go to jump and you actually end up hitting the side of the car at first when you go to land. Just boom, loud crack. And you don't really injure yourself, but you make it onto the car. It kind of takes you a while to kind of get your bearings back under because you're kind of shaking a bit because oh my God, I almost didn't make that. Ludwig, you kind of do the same. You just, when you go to jump, you hit the side of the car. You kind of misjudge the distance, hit the car, but you make it onto the platform after a bit, just kind of shaking. Damone, that you make it on there. Xander, you kind of did the same thing that Sparky did. You kind of know what you're doing. You limber up, even with all your gear on. You know how to manage the distance. So everyone manages to get on the train easy enough. So let me go ahead and.
I got an important question.
Mhm.
Since I landed kind of rough, did I break one of my heels?
So I got one right here.
Are these your work heels or your going out heels? They have different structural integrities.
Heads or tails. You don't break a heel.
Okay, good.
Aren't they part of the armor?
So at first, when you land, it gets stuck in the grate, and you're like, and you like gingerly
It's an actual
lift your foot.
stiletto heel.
Yeah, you're very careful, and
What's
getting it.
Tarantino?
You're like, oh, thank God. 'Cause I mean, clothing's expensive. So let me get y'all. No, not those models. So I'm getting everyone on that. Now, but after you land, you don't really hear. I mean, it'd be hard to hear inside that train if anyone was like, "What was that?" So you're just hoping your especially with all the explosives going on, you're just kind of hoping that your little spills kind of go unnoticed. Now, the pilot of the train, he was correct. There is, like he said, there is this walkway. It kind of goes under a canopy, and there is a door to the back of the car. So let me bring y'all into the light. They're all kind of hunched together right there. Let me scroll down. So yeah, there is. I'll reveal it just for the door. So there is actually a door that leads inside right there. And it just looks like a simple keypad-esque door. Okay, so Sparky kind of goes over there and he pulls his tools out and he starts going. And it takes a while, and all of a sudden you just hear click. He just pulls his tools out very quietly and opens the door. And what you see from immediately opening that door, back out a bit to review, straight from the line of sight of the door, you see these guys. So immediately right off the bat, as you and you didn't like sling it open like to die, you kind of just did that number. You're picking lock. So the door is not all the way open, it's just slightly ajar so you can get a little peek in. But that's what you see from that door.
Seen those are the ones with big guns. And who do we have this big gun? This solos, right? We have big guns, right?
So Xander is your solo. He definitely, this guy's strapped for war. So he's definitely your front man for sure.
Well, before you start slinging big gun around, do you got tear gas grenade? Because I don't see any masks on those guys.
Not that subtle.
I am. Here, use this.
If we're running out rats, I guess we can try it.
Is there a ladder up? Yeah, we got this door here, but was there also a ladder beside it?
There is a ladder, but it might be a bit treacherous climbing that ladder at the speeds y'all are going.
Okay. Well,
You would definitely be taking some checks to ensure that you don't.
the whole point of the tear gas grenade is to not give them a chance to fire back, so you'll have an easier time taking them out. So, your choice. You're the guy with the big gun that's going to get shot at.
Well, let me look for a minute.
There we go. Oh wow!
Oh, just looking for a throwing weapon skill.
Oh hell! All you need is bowling.
Actually, I think grenades fall under. Hold on.
Demolitions is under technique.
Check page 177 under throw.
Alrighty.
I guess it depends on how much the grenade weighs because it could go under heavy weapons.
So if you want to throw an object, you can do so by using an action to make a ranged attack using Dex plus Athletics plus 1d10 up to maximum of 25 meters yards.
All right.
So basically just
do Dex first, I guess. Or is it just that? You just say 10.
I think you just roll your athletics because that's what it was destroying. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? I lost it.
Roll your athletics and you add your Dex to it, and then another D10, as this was saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you click on athletics, it's already doing all that.
Yeah, I was just trying to. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Okay, so let me draw a little picture here. Oh, I actually have the thing for this.
You got a green cloud somewhere?
I do actually. Actually, yeah, it's a green cloud. Let me actually find it. It's under perfect spells. All right, I need a circle. All right, so bring us that gets right about there. Nice little green cloud right on top of them. And as soon as it goes, you just hear him go, "Oh, what the?" So I actually have to, for these first two, Okay, perfect. All right, about what I thought it would. So these guys are definitely affected by the tear gas. They have meat eyes, and basically they just damaged eye, critical injury, basically. So they cannot see for the next minute, essentially. And then they try again. So you've essentially surprised. So let me move out.
Before I open fire, who are these people that I'm shooting at?
So as these two individuals, what the dossier said, these people are part of a group called. Yeah, don't do that. Okay. They're part of a gang called the Red Crumb Army, which essentially are neo Nazis in this day and age. So, no mercy. Okay, so we'll move you. We're actually going to move you two right here because that's how this kind of went down. And I'll let that go through just because sneaky sneaks.
Question for the DM.
Might have an answer. Go ahead.
Is Sid with us or not?
If Sid wants to be, he totally can be.
I'm supposed to have a security guard as an exec. I don't care to track an NPC. Hoping he can be that role.
That's fine. If
Said has a lot of
Damn, he's a giant. My gosh.
I was gonna say he's been there the whole time. Y'all just
You just
overlook him.
never know.
Yeah, we kind of look at how the hell do we do that? You know, he's riding on top of the other train this whole time.
He's really good at his job.
Yeah.
Stealth roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's wearing all black too. Ain't he
But not
cool?
here,
Ain't he
yeah.
cool? Ain't that guy cool?
Don't look here.
Maybe it's like Predator. He decloaks. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So we'll put Sid in there. Okay. So
Where's the cat? The cat's kind of looking at me like, what? I'm trying to nap here, and you're all making noise and stuff.
back to. I'm gonna move that gaseous cloud off the screen for a second because just know it's right there, but for purposes of shooting people. All right. It'll send it underneath, and then I'll lose it. I won't be able to bring it to the front.
It's a lot easier to shove it aside and just trying to
It
get
is.
initiative for these
I
guys.
mean, because I can move it back. It's no big deal. Like it's right here. So you were from that guy 22. So 20. So this guy, the guy you shot with the shotgun, he didn't get a chance to react. You basically shot him in the ass. So, like, huh? Basically, just cacao. He's at. No, I want this. There we go. Okay, so he takes. Wow. God. So that first guy, he's hurt. He's definitely he definitely felt that shot. That's for sure. Okay. All right. So let me. That should be everyone sits on there. Okay. There we go. So right. Okay. So Ludwig, you actually rolled pretty high, and so did Sparky, which you're not on here, which is weird. Why does it say 10 for you? Oh, you rolled twice. Okay. Mystery solved. I saw the 18 first. Okay, so Ludwig, basically you and you go first. Yeah. I need to find a sound bite of that.
Well, let's follow up with the guy that got shot in the ass.
Okay, that is this gentleman. The very first one.
I pushed the button. I don't know what that means.
So he's affected. He doesn't even see this stuff, so he doesn't even get to react. He can't really dodge it. So he takes that and basically, bleh, he blasts him through. So yeah, I'm going with because they're blind right now. I'll give these to y'all. So all right, there you go. So you can still move a bit if you want. You can move and shoot or move, shoot, go prone.
I'll take cover if there's any cover to be had in this area.
Yeah, that's fine. So how that works is basically how it's called split movement, where you move, you shoot, and then you take cover afterwards. So we'll just say you're taking cover by some boxes over here.
Sounds good.
Hold on. Dog's whining. Effie's pretty good. Let me know when she wants to go on. All right, we'll do Sid. So all of a sudden, everyone else on the platform, you just feel hands like part you a bit, and this big hulking figure just comes in, and he sees this guy up here, and he just he's gonna do something about that guy.
You gotta move into like cover Ludwig.
Yeah, so you can move if you want to just move.
Be like a meat shield.
Yeah, if you want to just do a move and just stand in front of him, that's totally fine. Just just doing a T pose. if that's what you want.
I can't move and fire.
You can move and fire. So how it works is you can do the action in the middle, but at the end you kind of have to finish your movement like either behind cover or somewhere.
Okay.
So you can totally come into that doorway, shoot and scoot. So things about what for me. Yeah, there you go. So type this in for you. So essentially you just see this big hulking guy come in, whip out a pistol, and basically put some shots in the guy. And, yeah, I'll do it. So the guy's hit, and then you just see the figure just walks in, just blam blam, and then just literally just steps in front of Ludwig, kind of putting a hand on him, just standing very very tall, very much like a paragon of justice.
Stay down, sir.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like it's dangerous.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, yeah, that's very appropriate actually. But we'll get to that in a second. Let me go let my dog in real quick. Small dog, small bladder. All right. So the one booster ganger that's alive, he's gonna try to see again. He doesn't see. So he actually is just firing randomly at this point. Someone's there, so he's going to fire randomly, and it's probably going to be, it's just wildfire. He's just like, it's very comical. It's just like bullets are hitting boxes, it's hitting the wall, and all around everyone. Like if anyone looks in, they just see Sid unmoving as bullets are spraying everything, debris is going all around him. This is happening. Xander, you are good to go.
All right, step through the door. I see dude firing wildly. I fire wildly back.
All right.
All right, let me go sheet back up here. Come here. Every time I click on something, it goes away.
Curious. So, like I said, I'm going by evasive, and he ain't going to be evading any of that. So you just basically stain this man on the wall. Just so that guy's dead. Essentially, no. Like I said, you can finish going further in with your movement.
All right.
But just be wary.
There are other things, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to stop just short of the cloud. You know,
No.
trying to see if there's anything else down that other corridor.
Okay. So the only way you'd be able to do that is by actually
Getting it.
So I'll give you this though, because where you're at, you would be able to see. No, reveal. There we go. So you definitely see here and about. Nope. Work with me here. So that's kind of what you can see. You're kind of limited by
Angle.
these well, and the boxes too. The angle is one part of it, but you have all this other stuff in the way that kind of impedes that naturally without stepping into the cloud. So that's why it's like you can just kind of like, okay, there's still more to this ass of a train. So Damone.
Oh, Damone kind of waltzes in there and says, "Whoa, hey, is tall, dark, big square Joe over there? Is he on our side?"
Well, tall, dark, and gruesome. Yeah, here's the meeting.
I'm on Ludwig's side.
Not exactly the same thing, but I'll take it for now. So these boxes over here, can they be climbed?
It would be very difficult because they're pretty high. I mean, it's cargo, but you could be able to climb with an athletics check.
It's not my forte, but somebody's got to check. So at least we got the medic out there. Stick a heel on my face if I fall.
Yeah, Ludwig's a little confused because Sid's been there the whole time. He doesn't know what Damon's talking about.
Yeah, man, he was riding on top of the other train. He came out here, just gets this, like a superhero landing and decloaked and everything, this kapla, all that.
Was it a
shit.
3-point landing?
Hell, I didn't have time to count.
I don't know if that's exactly right. Could it be a teabag landing too?
Yeah, that's what I thought. So is that individual in the same group as these other retired people?
No, he's bald because he's a Make-A-Wish kid riding a train for his last wish.
Oh, I got shot at. Well, that answers my question.
Pegg looks like he's talking. I can't hear him.
So as soon as you climb to the top of that and this whole area is revealed, you kind of make eye contact with that guy.
Oh, hey.
And he shoots. So if we're going by range, he definitely didn't really do too good for avenging his pals.
I was like, oh, he's up there. Just kind of
Actually didn't.
He's a distraction, man. Yeah.
You gotta think he's actually shooting a pistol, but didn't roll. Doesn't even look like it rolled properly.
I don't think it rolled properly. Yeah. 0 + 0 + 5.
Let's try that again. Hold on. Lag. There we go. That looks better.
I'm fine with that roll.
Well, I am too, in practical terms, yes, but
Let's try that again. Yeah, that looks better.
oh my god.
Oh yeah, he totally.
No, it doesn't.
If we're going by distance, he totally tagged you. So basically, how this works, you can go by the range and difficulty to hitting someone versus your armor, or we can go by your dex plus evasion skill plus another d10, and if all that beats that, you're good. Essentially, we would just say if you did that option, you just went shit and jumped off the boxes.
No, I don't think my evasion skill is all that fantastic. Is that a milk? Thanks. Oh yeah, I think. Actually, maybe. All right, we'll try the evasion thing.
Okay. So.
Oh well.
Okay. Well, it's also plus
Your range.
So there's your dex plus a D10.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got
so it's
everything
got
you
a-
said in there.
So almost. So essentially, what goes now is if you're wearing armor, you take away from the armor first, and if it exceeds the armor, you kind of lose a bit of quality on that base. You use a point off the points of the armor. So if it was 8, it would be 7. So you can
Okay.
basically take
Well,
that.
it was 11, so now it's 10.
There you go. And you would just take 1 damage.
And then let's see where our damage goes.
It's a flash wound.
So for everyone else,
Hit points. Okay, I see. There's a hit points thing. Right.
So everyone that witnessed this, basically, you just see Damone goes like, climbs up, then, hey, crack. And it's the sound of the pistol. It's the sound of the, especially to Xander. You're like, yeah, that sounded like a.
That's a Federated Armed Super Chief.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his name and model. It sounds like a Federated Armed Super Chief's going off right there. What the hell? All right, so that leaves Jane.
And this room is, there's no, the left-hand side is just solid wall, or is there a door in it? Or
Okay, so from where you're standing, there's a. I'll reveal it because I kind of did it earlier. So, and it's kind of how this map looks. So there is how it looks on your side. There's a door that connects further into this car right here. That's what you see. There's a door similar to what y'all came in on the complete opposite side. And like I said, there's, Damone saw a door. Then he saw a bullet. Damone's like, this is going to be so good for my street cred. Oh my God. I think Damone would be ecstatic. Get show off his, the scar at his next concert.
I saw people in the real world getting tattoos of scars.
That's a legit thing. There's I forget his name. There's a rapper in Poland. He did that. He purposely got a scar on like the whole side of his face, just for the cred.
okay. Now where is this door on the left? Right in
Red
the
door.
A big old red door.
big old red door. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move up and cover the door.
Okay. So if you want, you can place yourself anywhere. Just be mindful of the tear gas.
The tear gas doesn't bother me. I've got cybernetic eyes.
Well, then you can stand right in the middle of it if you wish to for cover. But here, well, actually, this is what we'll do. I'll set you right there, just opposite of Xander. It's covering the door. Okay, so Ludwig, you have accomplished something very few thought, which was street cred of killing a man, booster ganger.
Ludwig looks very excited. Looks around, sees the smoke is still covering the alley. I heard, is it Damone or Damon?
You're muted, Matt.
That means he's not talking to me.
He's dead. No.
That's right. No, what are you doing? Yeah, Damone's fine.
But he saw you leverage yourself up onto that cargo. He's going to try it too. I need to do any roll.
Do an athletics check. Okay. Yeah, it takes you a little bit of time. Get your footholds in
Time to
there.
shoot after I get up there.
Let's see. We'll say, yeah, this was kind of a surprise for Damone because he basically was revealing the area. But by the time you get up there, you have a chance to shoot.
Sweet.
Oh, well. All right. We'll just say you're here now.
Kind of sprawled out, prone on top of the box as he barely clambered over it slowly.
Yeah, pretty much. So
It is a very heavy pistol. It's hard to climb with.
yeah, it's hard to conceal too.
No, what you did is you climbed up first, and then Sid handed it up to you. Here you go, sir.
Weapons, sire. Yeah, I'll get that. Good God, blew him away. So I'll just do distance on that one. Because really the joke in my head is I just see a hand with a heavy pistol just kind of like reach over and shoot. Like I know he's there.
I was reaching for a grip and pulled the trigger by accident.
Yeah. He's bloodied for sure. He's definitely bloody. All right, so there we go. So Sid, you just watch your ward violently climb up some boxes and nearly blow himself off the top by shooting a very heavy pistol. Okay. So we'll just do an athletics check for you. Oh. Okay. So you are able to climb up there. We'll just set you down. It's like, hello. And yeah, that kills that guy. And he too is retired. So
Saved you again, sir.
Nice shoot.
yeah, so yeah, that guy is definitely dead. So as far as you can tell, everyone that's up top, the room is cleared. And this gas kind of starts to, if anyone opens, we'll just say one of y'all opens this rear door, and this gas kind of just dissipates.
Okay. Oh, one room down.
Yeah.
So are the boxes we're interested in this compartment by chance? No.
So as and we'll say y'all kind of search around, you definitely give this the good search, and you mainly just find weapons, component parts, stuff like that in here. You actually find one box. Sorry, had to reload my page. You find one in one of those cages. You see one of your containers.
Okay. Ka-ching. How many were there?
So there's 3.
Okay. One. Chick.
One down.
So this
And-
big orange red door thing.
Mhm.
So we got any music for this ball? I don't know, Dave. No, go ahead. Pick that lock. Only looks like Fort Knox.
I mean, I don't know that anybody was expecting us, so he probably just pushed the open button.
Beep. Does anybody have a key?
So actually, if someone searches a body, you actually find a key. So, and this will reveal. I can reveal this properly.
Hey, bud.
How you doing?
You reveal an empty room. Okay. So there's a door similar right there as to what you just passed through. I'll kind of make it a little bit more visible. But there's a few things to note. There's more cargo, but there appears to be a computer, a terminal, right there in that corner.
But the cargo, if they've already opened the door. Look around, crates of interest here.
So searching, you actually find another one of your containers in here.
Cool.
And of course, there's a few other odds and ends, some weapons. Anyone can search if they want.
Yeah, that was my reveal object.
Okay.
Where is
So-
the skill hidden?
It's with perception. In my sheet up here.
The awareness tab.
I see it. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I fall over the box. Dong. I'm not the only one.
Is there a display on the terminal?
Yes, there is.
Corn hub.
Oh God.
It's counting. Well, for some reason, the only thing that's in here is counting.
Backwards.
10, 9, 8.
Okay. So, like I said, you find that container, and Xander, you actually found a pretty good quality assault rifle in there.
Excellent.
Yeah. So you actually have a not just not crappy, not standard, good quality stock.
There we go.
So,
We'll equip it a little later when I can inspect it first.
yeah, sure. Alrighty.
Send me what that damage is.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, the terminal is on. There is a screen already up.
Does it have Google?
What's this? Microsoft Edge. Oh God.
Anything that library search skill will give me?
What's that?
Anything on that computer that the library search skill would get me?
So that one kind of brings up everything that was on there before. Like this is the name of the train, and this is you can get onto the interwebs and everything. But you can access a few things. There is a camera feed button you can click. There is a there's a few files, stuff like that. Looks like emails. That's about it. Nothing really crazy. And then there's kind of one that's locked. It just says locked file.
All right, check out the camera feed.
Okay. So doing that, I'll reveal. A few things. Reveal. So you're actually able to see the rest of the train. So first click, you click on the cockpit. There's no pilots there. Just seems like they left it on autopilot. Seems they know. Second thing, you click is the compartment you just came in. Next click is the compartment you're in, and this is the next part. It reveals this. You have several people. This looks like an automated turret. It's not actively on, but it's there. And there's a gentleman over here. Looks like he's next to a terminal, and he kind of he's pacing back and forth, just like anticipation. So he's definitely a nervous Nelly right now.
Is he pacing facing that terminal or facing the door where we're at?
So he paces, he walks kind of down the door, he looks to here, looks at the turret, and he walks back and kind of gets on that terminal. And he walks back. It doesn't seem like this terminal lets him have the same access that y'all have. That makes sense.
Yeah. What's in the email?
So the email, it's between two individuals. The names are kind of encrypted, but it basically just says, "Hey, we stole the chemical weapons. We're heading toward the border wall. We'll be able to smuggle them to the northern part of the city, and we can use it to take out." It just lists several names. You can only assume that they're gangs. From what? So this is definitely, you see the name Iron Sights on there. Executive tell you, oh yes, those are some ne'er-do-wells. Yes.
Can we reach the cockpit from these doors here?
So those aren't doors. That's actually they look like weapons lockers.
Ah,
There's doors here, which leads to this front rail. But the only door from the inside is that door.
Any way for us to get here safely?
Not while the train's moving. Really, the only way you could is you climb on the roof and have the possibility of getting blown off. Try and jump forward on a moving train.
No,
You know,
no. Nobody volunteers.
So techie person there, Sparky, tell me about this automated turret that looks very deadly.
I bet this console right here controls it.
Well, what is it capable of? How does it target things? For example, if we were to pile a bunch of boxes on our side of the door before opening it, what would it do? If we were to pile the chemical weapons on our side of the door, what would it do?
I don't want to find out that one.
Is it smart enough to know don't shoot that? Is what I'm saying.
Sparky, no.
Okay, so we'll say from your knowledge of being a tech, what you do. Most automated turrets, they're not self-reliant. They're either on or they're off. And a lot of times when they're on, they have a sweep. So everyone that's friendly, it knows, through either, biochits or just a certain thing on them that says, hey, friendly. And it will, look, be like, cool. And if say you open the door and it was on, it'd be like, enemy, and it would open fire. It wouldn't even be like at 209, it wouldn't give you 20 seconds to comply. It would just blow you away. And
I'm gonna go see if there's IFF tags on those people.
so you don't see any. Well, let's see, what could you do on that? Do another conceal reveal object type roll. Looking for these chits. He's going brain digging. You find one. Xander just goes, "It's here."
It's right here. Yeah.
It just
Come on, guys.
rips it out and
What, this thing?
Jesus, you techie pussies. Ready to get your hands dirty. Yeah, he's able to find it very quickly. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. Here.
An IFF suppository.
Why would it be in the ass? So he's able to find them. So you have 3 biochits on you. And like I said, through the camera, you can tell as of right now that turret is not actively sweeping. So it would be, through your deduction, it would be safe to say that is probably an activation terminal. There you go. All right, Meeks, I add that rifle to your inventory for you. So yeah, so this looks like a very important man, because he's the only one walking to that terminal. Everyone else kind of looks like the same people you just eliminated in the car behind you.
How fast do the doors open?
I mean, they're not Star Trek fast. That's for sure. It's not like that. Because this is a train. It's utilitarian. It's a standard, like.
No surprise round.
No, they would, as soon as they saw that door open, they'd be like, shh.
Well, let's see here.
With the back door, can we play with it and see how it opens? Does it raise up or sideways? Can you raise it up an inch or 2 and then close it again?
We can test with this door.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So how it opens, it goes up.
And can you pause it partway up and close it again so you can start to open it, throw something in, then close it?
So let's see. As y'all kind of play with this thing, it'll start to kind of go, oh, okay, if I press this button real quick, it'll pause it and I can lower it, kind of like a garage door. But future. So there is a way for you to open, pause, close.
Well, do we have anything we can give them as a present?
I've got one more tear gas grenade.
Something more final.
Sorry.
It's just for crowd control. Sorry.
We have some chemical weapons.
No. Bad takey, bad.
C4 or hand grenades?
Search the boxes. Search the boxes.
So, yeah, just roll reveal. Roll your searches. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna do a sit sheet.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
Okay, so Damone, you basically got 26. So you everyone is literally cracking open boxes. Ugh, cracking open. No, not what I want. And you kind of see Xander just rubbing this brand new rifle he just got. Mwah, oh, mwah, beautiful.
Look under the barrel there, bud.
Yeah, exactly. Like, where did you find that? Oh, in this box. Did you go further in? No. So you look further in, and you find the box. You found it, the hard case, and you kind of move that out of the way, and you see this symbol on there, and the words in big red letters, explosive, written underneath. And you kind of go to grab this box, and it's got a little bit of oomph to it. It's a bit heavy. Take a little.
Yeah, come here.
Arms, and it's got a holy symbol on it. What?
So
5 is right out.
yeah, it's a holy hand grenade of Antioch. So you so you pull Xander over there. It's like, hey, help me get this out. And it is a big hard case, and like I said, it has explosive and all over it. Well, now this has you wondering what could possibly be in here. So you open that thing up, and you just see this beautiful, brand new rocket launcher.
Nice.
I mean, all just like, and of course Xander just almost chucks the rifle and doesn't really, but like you could just see that wants to grab it, like, I found it. I found this first.
The light directly above them flares for a moment. Yeah.
My heavy weapons ain't where it should be,
But
I don't think you need much. Just tell us where not to be whenever you pull the trigger on it.
we just
so when you pull this out and you look at everything, this is a Miltech urban missile launcher. So it's basically a shoulder-fired, magazine-fed missile launcher, and it has, if you can find them, you can get specialty, rockets for it.
Nice.
Heat-seeking, self-guided, but for right now, you have explosive-tipped rockets, which is standard.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a bad bitch.
That's probably going to kill us if you actually fire it, though.
Not if you aim it properly.
Yeah,
So
we just-
open some doors so it's not a concussive blast inside that area, and you're safe.
Can I talk to these guys for just a minute? Because they know we're out here, no doubt.
Yeah, so you can actually,
soldiers
yeah.
Sparky fiddling with that thing. He found out the cameras actually have there is a push to talk.
Oh. Hey, Al, how you doing in there?
I tell you, just talk to the survivor.
So that line actually goes over the net, just like that. And you hear it's like, what the fuck? Oh, and you hear another voice, and on the cameras you see this gentleman right here. He goes, hey, now, who is this?
Shark.
Well, look here. It's not real important who we are. I just wanted to give you all a chance to give up.
They all kind of look at each other. They're very
Be
confused.
kind of neighborly and also, yeah, I see you got the big gun in there. Ain't gonna matter shit here in a minute. What do you think we got out here on this side of the door? So I'm giving you 10, 9, 8, 7.
Start the door up.
Yeah, and they're like, they're bluffing. They're bluffing. Bullshit. And and that guy, he actually goes, I'll show you what we got on this side. And he,
Yeah, I already told you. 4.
and
Look down.
and he actually
Sweet dreams.
and he actually goes
3.
to that terminal, and you see this thing start to heat up as you open the you start finish the countdown. He's trying to turn it on.
We persuade him not to turn it on whenever he sees the barrel of the muzzle of the rocket
So
launcher.
he doesn't see
Chain
it.
down line of fire.
So he doesn't see it. This guy sees it, and he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, boss, whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on now."
Are we all friends now?
So they're all arguing with each other, because one of them's saying, "Do you not see? Do you not see?" And the guy at the console's like, "I don't give a lick of shit about that thing. You know what will happen to us if we surrender and we don't follow through on our deal." So they're actually still arguing with each other, and
Hey, you guys want to live, you better take out your boss. That's all there is to it.
and when you say that, this guy's like, "What?" Turns around, and it quickly goes to shit in there. So you see this all from in here. So this guy immediately turns around, and before that guy can get off a shot, he shoots him. Let's see, let's do these rolls. I just want to see how this guy is. So you see him shoot him, and he goes, get him, boys. So he gets off one shot, and everybody else just kind of immediately turns, and a shotgun, a pistol, just like
Sanders going, hey, that was a whole bunch of Federated Armed Super Chiefs.
yeah, and just blows that guy away.
Okay, so y'all get to live. If you put down your weapons and make nice. It's all
So-
good?
So I mean, they toss those guns like they're on fire. They're like,
Head on.
And I look over at Xander, see, I saved you a rocket.
Don't think I won't.
Okay, so we open the door and you got those guys.
and of course, they have their hands up. They're like,
All right, look here. We taking the train. We got to find something to tie these guys, tie your hands, but there's a whole bunch of other people out there that you don't know the deal, so I wouldn't be waving weapons around in front of them. Got it?
and they're like, yes, sir.
Bullets are cheaper than tape.
Okay, can we stop the train?
So at this point, you can actually contact the drivers in the train you just came in on and ask them. And they are very, it's like, oh, yeah, if you want to stop it, this is exactly what you need to do. And they kind of tell you exactly how to do it. And they're telling you they're doing it on their end too. And you actually are able to slow the trains down as you should safely. Because you can't hard stop these things because you'll go, what? It'll be like Spaceballs.
Yeah.
We can't stop now.
Gosh.
Yeah, exactly. We're too fast. So y'all are actually able to safely stop the train. You actually find the last container in that car. We'll go ahead and remove this for now. So once you get it stopped, you notice that there is no more train except for the engine.
That our friends were true to their word.
So they were actually able to detach every single car. And actually one of the drivers on the other train's like, yeah, it was awesome. We saw it on our view cams from the back port. They're just driving along, shooting it right in the hinge. And off it go, and 2 bikes would peel off. But
Well,
you're able
get our new friends to load up our crates. Well, actually, what do we do with all this stuff? We've got the 3 crates that we want. We can transfer them over to the other train and
Mhm.
book. But there's some other stuff in there we might want to keep.
So, like I said, most
Showed up
everything.
with the rifle and the rocket launcher. So I got mine.
Okay.
Finders keepers.
Yeah.
So most everything else is kind of like your standard run of the mill, or poor quality weapon. You haven't really dug through much, but this is something you can easily give to Max, and he can send it off to a person that he knows that's basically a merchant of arms and antiquities. Like, ooh, this is ancient Kevlars. Shit, worthless. Stuff
Well,
like that.
The exception to the rule is the autocannon. So how do we get that out? Because that'll probably be sellable to somebody.
So that all you need to do is unplug it. There's cables along the floor, quick detach, and a good old fashioned hex bolt drill gun, and detach it from the floor, because they actually drilled it in so it'd be stationary. And it's on tripod, so it just takes probably all of them to pick it up and carefully set it down a corner.
All right. Well, we have some muscle now in the form of our new friends, so let's use the muscle to move stuff around and then go. And assuming nobody else changes their mind, we're true to our word. Throw them a canteen and say, "Have fun in the desert, boys."
And they all kind of go, yeah. But I mean, like I said, they're not really. These definitely just seem like down their luck gangers. Just they're definitely not higher ups. These are at the bottom of the barrel. So you're able to basically just empty that thing of whatever was bolted to the floor, and you're able to basically escape. And the pilots that Hornet had on this train, they know exactly where to go. Hornet has ways of getting y'all through security and stuff like that back in the city, so you're actually able to get back really without too much trouble. So eventually reclaim your car from the nomads, and Ruben's pretty happy. He's not too upset about everything. He kind of, he's still drinking from his coffee. He goes, everything you said was there. Even a few extra things. He
Glad
kind
you're
of
happy.
rubs his hand on a few nice new weapons, machine guns and stuff. He goes, nice doing business with y'all. Stop by anytime. Now fuck off.
Let's head to the bar, get a drink.
Man, that's what y'all do. So it doesn't take long for y'all to get back to town. Back to the club. Yeah, there you all are. All I can see is Xander just walking into that club with all those weapons on his back. So rocket.
Yeah.
The bouncer's like, sir, for the love of God, you can't bring that in here. The other one's like, are you going to tell him he can't bring that in here? So
these weapons are part of my religion. For the love of God, I can.
So you find Max. As soon as he sees y'all, he's like, friends, it is so good to see you. I heard what happened on the train. And he walks over to the moan and goes, I heard this guy, or you got shot. How did it feel? Do you feel like a man now?
No, I feel like man with Band-Aid. And show him.
And he goes, it will pass. Drink.
Thank you.
I think that definitely got 1 hit point back. So he's sitting there and he's going over. He actually has all this paperwork in front of him, and he's like, and he looks up and goes, "So, Hornet received its containers. They God see it that they never see their way back into the wars. Wicked stuff." And, he kind of crosses himself and he drinks a shot. It's like, now, back to business. As I say, you complete job. And I told you this job would pay extra for each person here than your typical standard job. He goes, so, as I say, 5,000 EB for everyone here. And you see him just pull out this bag of cash and just pushes it towards you. He goes, I am a man of my word, and so is Hornet. And I hope that he sees how good work you do and the people I bring for him, that we get more lucrative jobs like this.
Did we ever get a finder's fee for those documents?
He goes, yes, I'm glad you brought that up. So, I brought this up around to everyone that I knew of, and a few interesting things came up. A lot of cussing, but a lot of people that are interested in what you found. Now, what does this mean for us? Well, we're okay. It was found in a safe vault. We didn't steal these, we merely acquired them. Miltech is very interested in acquiring these documents and a few other companies. One of them, Sov Oil, is one. That is from old homeland, Mother Russia. They are a producer of chum, which is that's the fuel used. There was one other, Petrochem, and another one manufacturer out of New Texas. It seems people in the industry of making fuel want everything they can do to bring Biotechnica down and take over some of their firms. So we do have offers. It's just, who do you want to sell?
Do not want to sell it to the people making fuel. They're radiating.
Let's go to the one with the most dollars.
Yeah, I don't want to sell it to the people who are irradiating us. That's my stipulation.
Well, that's not who we're selling it to. We're selling it to their competitors.
Yes, that's good.
So, so yeah, of everything he listed, one of them is a military company, defense company, and the other three were, fuel companies essentially. Petrochem's out of Dallas. They're a very big producer. You have another one out of you have Savoy, which you said was out of Russia, which Russia at this point is like straight back to being Soviet, neo-Soviet in a bad way. And of course, Militech, which is your normal military operation. And he sits there and goes, "But I have one other buyer. Now, they're not paying the most. They're kind of in the middle, but this might interest you. They're called Network 54. And this name to everyone is like, oh, it's the nationwide broadcasting service. So this is someone wanting to buy these documents now. This is not the news in today's in this age is definitely not how it used to be. Investigative journalism, that does not exist. That's very rare. And if it is, it's definitely not by a corpo. The people that do normally do investigative journalism, the medias, they're kind of like, night crawlers. They're basically, guerrilla shooting this stuff and they're uploading it to the web where everyone can see it for themselves. But, Max keeps going. It's like, look, all they said was they would love to get their hands on these documents to allow the credibility of the source and might run an expose. It's bullshit. As far as I'm concerned, I agree with Xander here. Find the person selling the most, give to. Who cares? It's like, but it's your prize, so you get to pick which one you want. Miltech, Petrochem, Savoil, or 54.
You got my 2 cents for my nickel.
I'm with the investigator. Yeah, that works.
Well, the problem with selling it to the competitor petrochems is that they'll just keep doing the same thing. They're just going to buy Biotechnica. They're not going to stop them. Miltech is kind of an interesting twist, but probably wouldn't have the same result. They just want their own source of fuel. So, by that logic, if you're concerned about the radiation, cough, cough, 54 might do something to stop it, or they might make it worse. Yeah, you're really going crazy again.
You got me on regular screen. I belong on my own cam.
So, what's the rest of you?
I'm all for selling it to Network 54. I'm not that desperate for money, and maybe it'll do some good.
You were saying something?
Well, I'm all for the highest bidder, but I'm not going to argue too much.
Okay. Well, then 54.
So you tell this to Max, and he goes, "Oh, okay." He asked that waitress to come over, and she comes over, and he has the documents. They're in like a steel case. He sets them up, and he goes, "Take this to the gentleman over there in that booth." And she walks away, and she hands it to a gentleman. He's just wearing normal attire, and he takes it, and he slips a card on her plate, and he heads to the elevator and hits down. She brings it back, and he takes it, and it's a chit card, and he sticks it in, checks the amount, and goes, "The money will be in your bank accounts tonight. Congratulations. You're each about $20,000 each richer."
I nudged Sid, saying, "Did you catch what that guy looked like?
He's been surgically altered, look like Walter Cronkite.
You sure he didn't have big glasses and suspenders? Not
No,
quite the
no.
guy I was talking about."
I actually had a handout. Oh, here it is. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm waiting for Roll20 to catch up with me.
I thought you were laying low from World 20 because you owed it money.
I don't owe it money. That owes me. Okay, there we go. So guy looks like. I mean, this is what he kind of looks like.
Media man.
He didn't have the camera in there because of it. I'm doing an undercover expose in the sin of den nightclubs in Night City. Hedonistic acts and possible satanic rituals are occurring to the beat of. Sorry, can't do it. Can't keep doing that voice. Is making me laugh.
Geraldo Rivera should be 150 by now.
I can live forever.
It's Wolf Blitzer.
Nothing can stop me. I'm too stubborn to get to the truth. Wouldn't you like to know?
Right or left? Yeah.
I hate myself. I want to. Oh, God. Now I have to do that voice for the guy. It's too late. Too late. Yes, valet. It's the Cult Riviera over there. Thank you. Anyway, but that's that is what is recalled as what the individual looked like that left. Just someone that didn't really seem like the corporate type. Definitely seemed like a guy that does in the shit reporting. It's Vice News. Welcome to. No, I'm kidding. But you can now say at least you have a. You think that you gave it to the right people. You gave it to someone that wouldn't really truly financially gain from this to some of you. So there is that. Now you kind of hear, oh no, gentleman go, oh, well, wasn't that noble? You see a gentleman kind of appear from the shadows. Just walks up. This is Hornet, the guy that gave you the job. And if you look real hard, it's hard to see, but behind him is a woman wearing a kanji mask. She's got a pretty wicked looking katana at her side. Now, for those that know who Hornet is, that's Fox, and she is a very well known solo, and she is basically Hornet's bodyguard. And they're always together.
Before I forget, knowing what news is about to break, I got some stock market stuff to do on my phone over in the corner.
It's like, you need to buy. I forget the name of the guy that used to like beat that, almost do like a Gallagher thing, but with stocks.
Yeah.
I remember him. Yeah.
He's still alive. So, yeah.
Geraldo Rivera is, so why not him? So
Yeah. So that's who it's going to be now. It's not going to be Mysterious Man's Ronaldo, futuristic Ronaldo Rivera. So, yeah, okay. So,
okay, at least it's not Call Me Alabama.
Test results are negative.
Hi, I'm John Michael or John Morgan with Morgan and Morgan Insurance. All right, so Lulu kind of just goes over here, and you see him on his phone,
Beep, 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 beep.
pretty much. And when Hornet comes over, Max, I mean, it's like, my friend, I'm so glad you visited. Please have seat over here. And Hornet goes, that's okay, I'll stand. He kind of walks between everyone, and he goes, let's just excuse me, honey, just go over here. And he kind of pushes that waitress, and he kind of looks at everyone in the group and goes, well, kind of surprised a group like you were able to pull this off. I'm very impressed. He goes, I don't really get a lot of these high profile emergency jobs every day, but I can definitely tell you the next time I do, I'm gonna call Max to get you all ready. You definitely exceeded my expectations, and everything I wanted to come out of this outcome is perfect. I have chemical weapons in a warehouse that won't see the light of day, at least for the right amount. The Red Crumb Legion took a crippling blow. They're no longer winning their gang war against the Iron Sights, which is to all of our benefits. Any day you can get neo-Nazis off the street, the better. People can safely go to stores now. You're heroes. You're great. Definitely earning your way to being known as legends in Afterlife for sure. He goes, Max, I'll keep in touch. It's like, buy around on me. And he just walks off.
In the background, you hear, yes, sell all of that.
Oh my God, my stock.
Spark used his cyber eyes to copy the documents as he was doing it. Anybody else want to buy copies?
Yeah, I have more than one copy to sell to whoever I wish. But
one thing has happened, and that's we were worried about paying for a month's rent, and now we have 2 years.
You're definitely better than where you were. That is for sure for everyone involved. For some, if you're living on the street, you can now afford something a little bit better, or you can definitely afford an upgrade or two.
What was that dollar amount?
So you each got 5,000 for the job for doing the train. For selling the documents, you each got 20,000, not 20,000. So you and the other job before that was 2,000 apiece. So you're definitely well off, but that can always change in an instant, Night City, because it's all about how often you can get a job, how often can you get a gig. But Max actually kind of sees that thought in all your heads, and he goes, "Oh, don't think you can retire just yet. Night City is an expensive place, and it's only getting more expensive. Each one of you I can use to do jobs, maybe not as scary or dangerous as what you just did, but to each of your talents for sure. And every now and then I may have a good gig for everyone to do as a team. So don't worry. Max is your friend. Max will take care of you. Max is honest man. It's like you see, I'm very honest. Only takes meager, fee for transferring the documents. The rest, the majority, went to you. It's like this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship. He kind of lifts up his shot glasses, like, so what say all of you?
Don't turn down a drink, but I do notice that there's a whole lot of new light fixtures in the bar.
Thank you. Yes, it is definitely brighter. I like the brightness. I'm glad I did that. I mean, I'm glad the owner did that. It's good. And he takes a drink and goes, puts it down. And he goes, listen, I'll give a little information about myself. He sits down. It's like, I'm a fixer. I may not be a very well-known fixer like Hornet, but people do know of me. It's like, he looks at Ludwig and it's like, I used to be like him, a corporate. Well, I was raised in a corporate family, but my family was betrayed by people selling corporate documents to their rivals. My family and I, we were ousted and forced to live on the streets. But my parents were so pampered and used to a different life, could not survive, leaving me to fend for myself. And I crawled my way out of that hole to where I am today. But no one's ever finished with their climb. We all must continue to climb and struggle and fight to survive in Night City. But know that I have your best interest at heart. Because if you succeed, I succeed. If we all succeed, we all live another day.
You get on the bus, I get on the bus, we all get on the bus.
He goes, exactly. Tonight we eat at Ponderosa's.
I thought in the future all restaurants are Taco Bell.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. That'll get in trouble.
I have a new business venture I'm going into. It's a restaurant for burgers, got fatwa. But that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Good show.
We'll end of episode pilot. That's not loading up for me either.
This is the dreamscape, with the car just flying off into the clouds, and yes.
Grease too?
Let me move it off and back
Oh,
on. Yeah, there you go.
We got pulled over again. Why do we keep getting pulled over?
You took Ludwig somewhere that Sid didn't know. It's like, you can't do that. But yep, that's the end of the pilot episode 0. Struggles will resume from there.
Is
thank
there
you,
a
Mr.
stock
Pegg.
market in Neo City or whatever this is?
What's that?
Is there a stock market?
I'm sure there has to be
Yeah.
something like it.
I like your title.
Yeah, it was kind of a joke, but now it's appropriate. Just a working title. It's grown on me for sure.
Throw TC a big party for me.
Yeah, we actually took her to the zoo today.
I got you.
They had that dino exhibit with the animatronics.
I got you. How'd you react?
Mixed. If we got really close to it, it kind of scared her a bit, but if we're far enough away, she kind of liked it.
I got you.
You took your animal shifting daughter to a zoo?
We give her inspiration. I mean,
Hey, Moen, I can take care of that scar for you.
You behave well.
Oh no! It's okay. It's appreciated. Yeah, you put like the stitch things in there. That's great.
You rub some dirt in there, it'll make it stand out a little bit better as it heals.
that's really
Or doesn't
burning.
Yeah.
That's really burning. Should I be doing that?
Yeah, sure. That's right. Yeah.
I'm actually on Google now. Cyberpunk has. It didn't have it in the wiki. Maybe we should.
Well, I can
I mean, there's corporations, so
Yeah, maybe we can contact the Curse, be like, hey, we just found like a really funny angle. Oh, okay, here we go. Stock exchange.
I just think that would be a really good in with a lot of people. Like, let them know, hey, this company's about to crash. Sell your stock in it. You know.
Okay, it's in the old downtown section of Night City. And it's just called the it's just called the stock exchange. They're very the multi-level office. So yeah, there is a stock exchange. Maybe I can.
No worries. I just thought it was funny.
I mean, if you're buying stock, I'll, based off possible insider trading. I mean, I think it'd be a funny angle.
Well, it explains his nobility in selling it to Network 54.
I'm so glad I did that. Thank you, Network 54. You've made me a richer man, and several others.
People saying you did the right thing. I'm like, yeah, the right thing.
Get away from me, peasant.
All right. Y'all be well. I'm going to jump
Yeah,
off.
I randomly rolled the specialty for my med tech. And there's all sorts of specialties. You know, you could be a ripper doc. Or
You're an obstetrician.
I'm a body sculptor.
I imagine there's a need for obstetrics, but
You remember Zylaria, image designer?
Yes.
Do you specialize in making people look like news anchors from the previous century?
You've got enough pictures for me to reconstruct the face in 3D. I can do it.
Oh, do I have?
That's the way it was.
So many pictures you can look for. Yes, this is him from the side, the front, and the back. Do your best.
About the whole guy, he's in my trunk.
y'all be well.
All
That's
right.
fun. Have a good night.
Take care, everybody.
See ya.